1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about XG's left-right outfits. Since this comeback dropped I was obsessed and I knew I was making a video for the shooting star outfits, but when the MV dropped and we got all those outfits, I knew I had to do a video for left-right outfits too. I'll talk about each one of the outfits the girls wore during the era, I'll give them a rating from 1 to 10, and I'll rank their outfits from my favorite to least favorite. At the end I'll say who was styled the best in my opinion and I'll rank all the outfits. We don't have as much outfits as in Shooting Star, but we still have a few, so grab a snack, grab a drink, and just enjoy. Disclaimer. I am a fashion enthusiast and I studied fashion design in university, however, fashion is subjective. What I might think it's pretty, someone else might hate it, and it's completely okay. This isn't meant to be taken too seriously and I'm only doing it for fun. I'm only talking about the girls' outfits, not the girls themselves. My thoughts on their clothing are just that, on their clothing, so I hope no one misunderstands it. With that being said, let's get started. First, we have this look. The girls wore these outfits for a performance in their comeback showcase, and to me this completely embodies the feeling I get from Left Right. The song blends 2000s R&B with some slight hip-hop, and overall it has a really laid-back sound that's reflected in the clothing. The outfits also resemble those early 2000s girl group looks. The outfits are very matchy-matchy, with all the girls wearing the same shoes, the same pants, and really similar tops. However, I do like how there are little differences in the tops' silhouettes and patchwork. The accessories help elevate the look, and although I'm usually a fan of gold jewelry, I do think that the silver one was the best choice for this look. Maya and Kakona's jackets being in blue is something I don't personally love. I think they stand out too much, but for completely the wrong reasons. It just feels so random that they are the only ones wearing jackets, and on top of that, they are in a blue color that doesn't match the top that well. Although I did like the jacket choreo Maya did in her part, but just give them different colored jackets. Another thing I genuinely didn't like, is the random belts some of the girls have, like what is the purpose of that, it just looks so bad. When it comes to the color palette, I'm not the biggest fan because the gray pants don't pop off that nice with the black and gold tops. I think that if the gold bits were in a more vibrant color, then the whole look would have been better. For me this isn't a bad look, but it could have been better. This is an 8 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have these outfits. They follow the same vibe as the previous ones, with the pants being all the same, the shoes being really similar, and having that overall 2000s vibe to the look. I think it's nice how the main elements in the look are from the bottom down, but it's also quite boring. The tops are completely different, which isn't necessarily bad, but the final product comes off a bit messy. Just like in this one, the previous look also had the girls wearing the same bottoms but different tops, however, the tops were still similar enough to have a complete sense of cohesiveness. In this instance everything is so different, with few to none elements in common when it comes to the tops, and that just makes the look feel all over the place. In my opinion some of the looks also fall a bit flat. Harvey, Hinata, Jura's tops are in basic colors, and paired with the pants it doesn't look that eye-catching compared to some of the other looks. They could have benefited from having more accessories, like the other girls, to make their looks more interesting. For example, Maya's top isn't also that amazing when it comes to the color, but her headband and the peak of the different waistband adds a lot to her look. For me Kakona and Chisa have the best looks because their tops are actually really nice, and they have different accessories that make her look so much better. As a whole this look could have had some more work in my opinion, hence why it's a 7 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have these outfits. They are the first outfits we got in the promotion period that were in the actual music video. They followed the same 2000s group vibe with all of them wearing a very Y2K silhouette. If you've seen some of my other videos, you might know that I usually don't like it when all the members in a group look too similar. And in this instance all the girls are wearing the exact same pieces, however, I think it looks so freaking good in this instance. All of them wearing the exact same outfit is completely intentional, it isn't a case where you can tell that maybe they didn't have much budget so they had to use the same thing for every girl. The idea behind the look is that you wouldn't be able to distinguish which girl is which so easily. It's to blend the girls and make them look like a unit. You can clearly see that it was on purpose to have all the girls looking the same, to the point where the accessories and hairstyles are the same. I think it's amazing that they went for this vibe, especially because it also allows for the girls to blend easily with one another and for the audience to focus more in the performance. The pieces their styling team chose are also so nice. They aren't that groundbreaking, but each piece has a unique detail to them. They are wearing the tops and the bottoms from the left-right clothing brand, and I think it's the perfect choice for this era. The tops have LT and RT in them, meaning left and right. The pants have the actual words, and it's such a shame that they had to cover them up for the performance because it's the name of the brand. The accent of the neon green on the gloves also adds so much to the look by having a pop of color, and although they are all wearing the same outfits, they don't feel repetitive, plus the girls look pretty freaking cool. For me, this is a total 10 out of 10, and I'm not ranking it because they are wearing the same clothes. Next, we have this look. And oh boy, I'm really torn about this. I really like the idea of the look having print on more print, but I don't think it was done in the best way possible. Each outfit individually is really nice, and the print on print moment is nice, but only when you pull apart the girls one by one. When they all come together, the outfits look a bit messy. I think the print on print moment could have worked a lot better if the color palette was a bit more cohesive. Their styling team was going for a very Y2K inspired looks, with tons of pieces that straight up come from the 2000s, like the glasses, the Tamagotchis on the belts, the hairstyles, and the overall silhouette. It's something really unique and interesting, something I would gladly appreciate any given day, but I still can't decide if I love it or not. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Also, I can't stop picturing Waldo when I see Jura's outfit. Like with the hat is basically the same but in orange. Next, we have these outfits. These ones are essentially the same ones as these ones, but just in a different color palette. The pants and the shoes seem to be the exact same ones, but the top half changed. The girls are still all wearing the exact same clothing pieces, but just like I said earlier, it works with the type of vibe they were going for. I like how they changed some things here and there to make both looks be repetitive. I like how well this color palette works with the earthy tones. The puffer vest is so cool and adds a different element to the look. We have the same pop of color with the gloves, just in an orange color this time. In this instance, the girls aren't wearing matching bucket hats, which is fine, but I do like how their stylists gave each girl a different hairstyle. Not much to say about this look, since it would sound repetitive. But it's really good and the girls look really nice. For me, this is a 10 out of 10, and I'm not ranking them because they are wearing the same thing. Next, we have this look. This look also appeared in the MV, and it follows that same 2000s girl group look we've seen in some other outfits, however, it's different. I'm pretty sure they are wearing the same pants for the third time, but I don't mind because they aren't an item of clothing that you can easily identify, plus each look has their own distinct charm and it doesn't feel repetitive. These outfits are for sure the most basic ones we've seen in the era, but that doesn't mean they are bad or boring. All of them are wearing the same thing from head to toe, with their hairstyles and makeup even being the same, but it works perfectly because it was intentional. The point of this look is to make them look the most similar possible, for the girls to blend with one another, and for the audience to feel a sense of unity while watching them perform. For a look where all the members are wearing the same items to look good, it has to be done the right way. I really like how the tops are super tight while the bottoms are really baggy. Both of the main pieces being in blue of course match, but they are in completely different shades, which allows for the outfits not to look like just one block of a solid color. The peaks of the white Calvin Klein tops and the white left-right shorts are so nice, and it adds a lot more to the look than you would think, and they match the white details in the pants and the shoes. I also think it's so nice how the only bits of skin that's showing are the upper half of their stomach, their hands, and their faces. As you might see, I really like these outfits, so for me this is a 10 out of 10. And I'm not ranking them because they are wearing the same thing. Next, we have their last promotion outfit. This is the way you close up a promotion period, especially one that lasted as long. The outfits are so impactful and memorable for anyone to remember this specific stage. They follow the concept to a T, and the girls look freaking gorgeous. K-pop artists' outfits usually become less and less impactful with each stage, to a point where the outfit that closes the promotions is so boring and bland, but not when it comes to XG. Now, onto a quick fashion history lesson I want to give you so can you understand the inspiration behind this look. In the latter half of the 60s decade, the space age style was extremely popular because of the pop culture around the time. With movies and TV shows like Barbarella and The Jetsons, which featured technology that still wasn't realistic, and the first landing on the moon happening in 1969, the futuristic space aesthetic was at its peak. A lot of designers saw an opportunity in this and began releasing collections that followed that same theme. And because the fashion trend cycle repeats itself every 20 years, it wasn't a surprise that we saw a lot of this same space-age aesthetic in the late 90s and early 2000s. Left Right MV follows that 2000s aesthetic, with especially this outfits having that same vibe. The color palette with the contrasting colors is amazing, and is something that was really popular in the 60s. They have some metallic fabrics that really bring forward that space-age look, but the silhouette of the outfits follows a more modern one than the ones popular in the 60s. The accessories are also really cool, and I love Hinata and Kokona's tights. If you saw this video, you might know that I really want a 60s concept in K-pop, like really bad. And I was so excited when I saw the Left Right MV because I kinda got that. In a very 2000s way but with a little of 60s vibes. I personally wished the concept for this release was a bit more 60s inspired than 2000s, but I'm not complaining because what we got was amazing, plus we got Maya wearing this outfit which is very 60s. Obviously this is a 10 out of 10, more like 100 out of 10 because it's that good of a look. And this is my ranking. Last, but not least, we have these MV outfits. The girls were divided into like sub-units for the MV, with each one having a different color palette for their look. The first ones we have are Jurin and Chisa in these outfits. The main colors in this scene are blue, white and yellow. Blue and yellow are actually pretty contrasting colors according to the color wheel, and some people might think these two colors do not go together, but I love it. I freaking love an MV where they give me bright and contrasting colors, so this is right up my alley, and the way they mixed it up with the white allows for the whole scene and outfits not to look too visually annoying. The outfits are actually in mostly blue with only the accessories being in yellow, but I like how they added some white and silver to break down the yellow and blue color palette. Both outfits have them a strong Y2K vibe to them, but different Y2K vibes. The blue wig with the yellow bandana on Chisa looks so freaking good, the blue utility wear inspired jumpsuit is so nice, and I love how her glasses work as a necklace in the look. Jurin's top adds a different touch to the look by being in a velvet fabric, the furry hat is such a statement, and the Tamagotchis in the belt are amazing. Every single aspect of this looks was thoroughly thought of and planned, to the point where even their eyeshadows are a mix of blue and yellow. But even if they are small details, you can still see it in the MV. Both of these looks are 10 out of 10s for me, and this is my ranking. Next, we have Juria, Kokona, and Harvey's outfits. The girls are wearing the same bright pink shade from head to toe, and they clearly match, but like in the previous outfits, the vibes are completely different for each look. The clothing pieces themselves aren't that groundbreaking, with most of them being pretty simple, although I have to say that Harvey's cape coat is amazing. However, it's the styling and the overall matchiness that makes the looks so great. We have some accessories in white, but most of them being in a bright green bring that contrasting colors element we saw in Chisa and Jurin's outfits. I really like how Kokona is the one with the green accessories, even to the point of her nails. But Harvey having a green wig is so cool, although it's more yellowish, so ideally it would have been better for her to have the same green shade as Kokona's accessories. Juria actually doesn't have any green in her look, and it's such a shame. If her tights or maybe just her boots were green, I think it would have looked so amazing. The set also plays a big role in this look, since the purple background complements the pink and green so well. This is a 9 out of 10 for me, because I wished some things were different, but it's not that big of a deal. This is my ranking. Lastly, we have Hinata and Maya's outfits. Their color palette is a very earthy one. I like how the main colors are muted with the browns and the greens, and the bright pop of color comes with the orange accessories. I don't love Maya's brown dress because of the fit, but I am obsessed with her orange wig, like she looks amazing in that color. I also love how good it looks with the brown beret, and her look is just so good and cohesive that I don't mind the dress that much at the end of the day. Hinata's look is also so nice. Her top isn't that amazing, but it also isn't bad. Her pleated mini skirt is so 2000s and I love it, but the main element are her gorgeous green boots, and I'm so glad we get a full-on shot of them because they definitely deserve the spotlight. Her makeup is also in orange, and it complements the orange in the headphones she has as an accessory, plus it matches Maya's look. The set once again works amazing with the outfits since we have some hints of that same orange shade. For me, both of their looks are 10 out of 10s, and this is my ranking. I know the outfits appeared in 3 different scenes, but I still wanted to rank them all, so here it is. This was a hell of a good era. Most of the outfits had some sort of Y2K fashion-inspired vibe, which is super trendy currently, and something I personally love so much. The stereotypical 2000s girl group looks were so nice, and their styling team made it in a way where it looked cohesive but not repetitive. The space age theme is so refreshing, and something I haven't seen a lot, plus it fed a little that 60s concept I've been craving for so long. Each one of the looks was memorable enough for someone to easily pinpoint which era that belonged to. Their stylists know what works for each girl, they clearly know what they are doing and it shows. And their styling team not only killed it with Shooting Stars, but they also did with Left Right. This comeback truly solidified them as one of the groups with the best fashion in the industry, and I just hope that all their future releases reach the high bar they've set for themselves. It's really hard to choose which girl was styled the best since most of the looks is the girls wearing the exact same thing, but having those aside, Chisa for sure had my favorite outfits during this era. Her looks were always on point, she looked completely gorgeous all the time, and I have to say that this red one look is my personal favorite. Also, I really think that all the girls looked amazing all the time. There wasn't a single time where one of the girls looked bad, but it was most of personal taste when it came to the styling, not like anyone was done dirty. This era was hella good for me, hence why I'm giving it a 9.3 out of 10. It could have been a 10 out of 10 if some outfits had some little changes here and there, but nothing too bad, plus not everything could be perfect all the time. And this is my overall ranking of the outfits. That was everything for the video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed doing it, and let me know if you agree or disagree with my opinions, which look was your favorite or least favorite, and if you like Shooting Star or Left Right as a song more. But as always, remember to be respectful. If you want to see more of me, I mostly do K-pop fashion videos, with some other stuff mixed here and there. And I did a video rating all of the Shooting Star outfits, so you can watch that, if you haven't yet. You can also subscribe to my channel and like this video if you did. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Bye.